You ain't no fan.
Oh.
Dak is not the problem. They've given up 71
game in 2022 right through the game away right here in San Francisco. The defense played its ass off. How dare you, man? Quit fronting. Did you watch that playoff game? Dak threw it to the Niners. Quit calling me with that mess. He single-handedly cost him the game. What are you talking about? I watched it. Shut up!
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
That's embarrassing.
It's crossover time. Dibs and Willard in the house. Welcome.
If I could turn red, I would. That's embarrassing. Not what I got off the caddy to come to work.
That's not embarrassing.
I got ambushed.
You know what that
Not be red, I would.
That's called a tone setter. That's called a tone setter.
But we don't need it here in the Bay. The Niners won. It's euphoria.
We might. We'll take that ball. We'll run till 6 o'clock. That's a tone setter right there.
That was awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you guys clear something up for me?
We cleared it. He don't trust his partner, nor Lucas.
Can you guys confirm, did George Kittle's wife and Juszczyk's wife both get a ball?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't believe so.
I straight don't know.
If you want to watch, and again, you know me, I've watched the game now twice. So.
He's watched the all 24.
12
That's with the two wives.
Last night.
Yeah,
47%.
A lot of it, and not a lot of 22, but we'll get into that. And I'm gonna do it now before Greg Cosell comes on next Wednesday when your boy turtles up. But if you watch the Kittle touchdown, the second one, I believe he spikes the ball, and then he's in the end zone, and Juszczyk runs over and says, George,
your girl's here. Your wife.
Our wives are here. Let's go do this. And then they both run over. I don't believe that Claire got a ball. Claire got 3 punches in. Don't get me wrong.
And then on the next one, she got Debo. She got Debo also when Kyle scored.
Don't you come into my area.
Balls given. 2 balls were given. And Lucas backed me up.
Inside that suite.
That box.
Yeah, that's how I got it.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced.
I don't know.
Lucas told you.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing I can confirm is that Kyle Juszczyk loves his wife more than George loves his. I thought that was kind of an upset. Like, we knew both of them loved their wives. George, though, gets a lot of attention for it, and he completely forgot the plan.
Right.
He got caught up in his second touchdown of the game and forgot that they were supposed to go do the Lambeau leap into their wives' laps. Kyle had to remind him. When Kyle scored, there was no hesitation.
Right.
He didn't even break stride. Straight over to Kristen.
Straight into the area.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I don't believe that Claire got a ball. I'll go back and watch it one more time.
But Lucas believed he popped on and was like, yeah, both of them got a ball. And that's how I saw it.
Lucas.
Wait, who got the ball when? On George's touchdown.
Yeah, one of the two
Who got the ball?
His wife, Claire.
Which touchdown? Got a ball on one touchdown, or each got a ball?
Each got a ball.
So who got the ball when George scored?
His wife.
And then Kristen got the ball when Juice scored.
That's how I remember it, sir. And Lucas backed me up with that recollection.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know.
And 7 guys say it's not true.
The first time Kittle scored was on the other end.
Gotcha. It was a great pass.
So he clearly didn't run 120 yards on that time.
He could have. T.O. would have brought his girl the ball.
If you watch the replay, and he'd give her a Sharpie too, although that was Joe.
That was one of the greatest things ever. But go ahead.
When he scores that touchdown, he spiked the ball with authority, as I do my Chris Myers. So he did not retrieve it and run 120 yards and give it to her.
Facts.
So whether or not she got a ball like outside of his touchdown, I don't believe when he scored that she got the ball. I'll go to the tape.
I gotta feel like we got to be able to find this highlight.
Lucas and I, this boy Steiny here special.
Well, our guy rots, and he names himself Rots for rats on the table.
Okay, wow.
Lucas and Guru are both wrong.
And I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
If you want to sidle over and look at my screen.
Sure. I like Greg Cosell. I'm going to pull it off right now.
So it's 23-17. Purdy throws, caught by Kittle. What does he do, Steiny, after the touchdown?
He gets up.
And
Lucas
he drops the football.
I can confirm that no wife of anyone got a ball on George Kittle's touchdown. Unless
he drops
Lucas
the ball.
Yeah, they go over there with no ball. I just watched it.
Well,
Luke says, my bad. I thought Fred Warner said no more my bads.
My fault.
No more my bads, Luke.
Only this man would get to the bottom of it.
Well,
Yeah.
Who?
Steiny.
However,
questioning when I brought it
these
up.
two
And
lovely-
Lucas came
Yeah.
with the mustard.
These two lovely ladies do not seem bothered by
Yeah.
the fact that they did not get a ball.
Then what were they doing over there?
What do you mean? That's
The
where they were
guys went-
sitting
Yeah, no, their husbands went over there to them.
to celebrate
Yeah.
with their ladies.
Little snuggle time.
Give them a ball.
So when Juszczyk scores on the fullback
Okay,
dive,
all right.
and I think it was a fullback dive. Don't quote me on it come Wednesday.
This dude.
Just say like he was the middle.
Wasn't a dive.
But it was actually off tackle.
It was a
you
Slipknot
moron.
rock 5-4-2.
Totally.
Yeah.
It was a stick nod. It was a bang aid.
Dude,
I'm just
When
making
he
stuff up.
scores, he pirouettes and he immediately takes the ball, the football,
Wasn't a pirouette.
and goes right up to his wife, who had fashioned her own outfit. And I'll ask
Always
Greg,
does, right?
I'll ask Greg Cosell about her
Look at
outfit.
him, look
I didn't know
at
that.
You know,
You
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
know about the whole like this was like the hugest story during the playoffs last year. She made an outfit for Taylor Swift. Like she makes
on,
all these
Stein.
things.
He
You
knew-
don't
he
know
knew
this
this.
story?
Oh, no.
Kristen
Kristen
Juszczyk.
Juszczyk became a global social media
in the
icon
game.
during the playoffs
I didn't know
last year.
that.
You didn't know that?
No, I know that
She makes the clothing for like literally
Wow.
specific games, specific people.
She takes uniforms and cuts them up and fashions them into new outfits.
Wow, man.
That's cool.
It's talented.
Yes.
I can't believe you didn't hear this last year. You
I know
work
that
here, right?
Kittle's wife's
He's
into
watching the
Zenny,
documentary.
right? She's in the Zenny
Yes,
stuff.
She is.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
She should also think about MMA based on the punches she delivers pregame and mid touchdowns.
I mean,
Is it like Jim Harbaugh with Herbert?
Kind of,
It's
but
kind
with
of.
a little bit more violence.
Yeah, more.
Oh yeah,
I'll take Claire over Jim.
no doubt.
Yeah.
but let's put it right on the table. Can you two just share with me when the Seahawks were down 6 with the Rock after scoring back-to-back? I swear with Willard and Dibs, I was like,
Terrifying.
this can't happen again.
Terrifying.
It's terrifying.
And I
appreciate that honesty.
And I so appreciate Fred Warner for being in front of a microphone as a big iconic football player and going, "Yep, that sucked." Like totally felt like it was going the wrong way. And so the only way I can sort of spin it positive is maybe it's a good thing that they danced with the devil again.
Yeah.
And then exorcised the demon. I guess.
Dibs,
But
I was
yeah.
like, this can't, the Bay wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, a little bit of dread, and I'm looking at the notes now, and the first one, the Niners go 3 and out.
That
after
happened.
the Seahawks made it 23-17. The Niners go 3 and out, and they punt, and the Seahawks clearly touched the ball
D. Williams touched it.
with 2 fingers, and
Winners.
Winners actually got in there and recovered it, but the whole thing about he was blocked into him. Okay, yeah, good call, and the referees realized that it was smart, and then we go to New York and they realize that he didn't touch it because they don't have the right
We
angle.
saw him
What are we
touch it.
doing, dude?
That was offensive. No pun intended.
big time. No.
Like, how can, forget the Niners, whoever you root for, that could have been a playoff game. That could have been somebody's job. He touched the ball, but Prime has access to the, what? Dude.
Yeah, I would have been less
That
offended.
was ghetto fan.
I would have been less offended by a whack job ref coming back out on the field and being like, I didn't see it. I don't see him touching the ball. It's inconclusive to me. That would have bothered the hell out of me. That bothered me less than the idea that somehow the National Football League, in a multi-billion-dollar contract with the second-rated television show in the world, even though it's not TV anymore, streaming service that none of us don't use for the entire holiday season, the richest man on the face of the planet, all of that, and your explanation is, we didn't have the video?
If we were in church, I'd put $1 in your basket.
What?
Man.
That cannot be an explanation. That literally, you could tell me anything.
Right.
You cannot tell us
But that happened.
It happened.
That's mind-blowing.
And luckily, it didn't affect the outcome of the game, but I don't want this to turn into an assailment of the referees because the refs on the field actually adjudicated that properly.
None at all.
They got together and they realized that he was blocked into him, and then Kyle throws the hanky.
Right.
A ref in real time can't look and see 2 finger on a touch.
Oh, 100%.
But D. Williams' fingers touched it. We saw it.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
But I work with a guy that says, and again, being proactive, had they lost that game, this play wouldn't be talked about. I said, Steiny, this would be the lead of every
100%.
Burn, baby, burn.
Okay, that's going
Okay, let me give you the context. I said if that play goes against them and they lose, I think we're talking still mostly about, and it's a part of it, them blowing a 20-point lead.
Ah, man.
I mean, that's not unfair.
But
I mean,
thank you. Thanks, Mark.
That's
Appreciate
not-
it.
80% of it would be that call.
Well, I mean,
Agreed.
that's
Yeah,
and that's the way
agreed.
fan brain works, and that's also fair. Like, I mean, if you lose a game where you lead by 20, the answer is never one thing, but that would have been the most salacious number one answer on the board. For sure, it would have been.
Yeah.
and that's why for me,
Assuming they go in and score and win the game.
exactly. And then the Niners don't come back, all of that stuff. But I had actually forgotten this. Dibs corrected me. I was thinking that the Renardo Green interception was that drive. And it was actually another drive later for the Seahawks. The Seahawks had the ball twice,
6
only down
minutes
6.
left.
They did?
Yeah,
Twice.
second time.
Yeah.
Yes, they stopped.
Confirmed.
They stopped the Seahawks after the bad call.
Yeah.
Got the ball back. Did not move it far enough. Punted.
all.
This is when they got all the way down to the Seahawks 40-yard line. 3rd and 9. They don't convert. If they convert, they're in
Juszczyk
field
got
goal
blew
range.
up on some
Yeah.
screen.
Well, Juwan Jennings ran a little bit of a, not a lazy route, but
Yeah.
he didn't, like he cut off the route and Brock threw it. That's one of the,
He was thinking 4th and Juwan because
Right.
he didn't go far enough, so they punt. And then for me, the Renardo Green pick is the play of the year.
Oh, man.
It is the play when you contextualize that, a rookie filling in for Mooney Ward on the road, everything that has happened,
And they're hot.
within the
They
division,
just scored twice.
and the momentum is on the
man.
wrong side, and we're all sitting there terrified that the Seahawks are going to go take the lead 24-23. For that kid to cut underneath DK Metcalf, catch the ball, take it into the red zone, and then punch that thing in a couple plays later, for me, that's a season changer.
yeah, big game. Big play.
What's the problem?
What happened?
All day I've been saying they had one possession in a one-possession game.
I thought so too. My memory thought so too. But
That's why I watched the game twice,
That's
guys.
why Dibs charts it.
That's why I watched the game.
I would have liked to, but we had to make an appearance.
Well,
we were
Yeah,
meeting
we
the
were at the
fans.
veranda. We had a good time.
First of all, I don't want to hear about that Crimea River when you're talking about how many pictures you took with alcohol in your hand
None.
yesterday. And I'm glad you did that because you and I talked about this. You and me and Sal Castaneda, we talked about 15 years ago about the one thing, and I gave you and Sal both advice back in about 2009. I said, you know what?
This guy.
We all do appearances. We all do our thing. But
Keep
the
it
one
clean.
thing you can never do, if you can avoid it, is take a picture with alcohol in your hand.
No, that's, man.
I thought you said
I
earlier,
wish I would have now.
I thought earlier you said that you had taken a couple with a beer in your hand.
No, I said I tried to remember to put it to the side.
Yeah, and I haven't seen all the pictures, and I guess I'll check your Facebook because you got Steiny on blast.
Don't say it's so mad.
But
I'm not mad at all. I'm a little
Hit
jealous.
the like button.
I'm a little
There's, what I tried to tell people last night was there's a difference between a live remote and an appearance.
Right.
Last night was an
doubt.
appearance.
Yeah, live remote is free. Y'all got paid.
Yes.
Well,
But from a picture standpoint, there is no difference
Dibs, you're
in
on
the
fire.
eyes of the beholder.
I had
Gotcha.
something and kids were coming. This guy, what's our guy's Ryan with the Leo? He had 2 little boys, and he said, Willard, he said he takes his son, couldn't be no older than 6, to school, picks him up every day, and he goes, why are we listening to those guys? And now the kid loves us, Leo, and we got to meet him, and Leo really was like, I was Spider-Man. Dark Knight.
And he's in the demo in 2043. So hopefully we're all still doing it.
Well, you already made me promise.
Dude, thank
that
you.
you need like another 2 or 3 decades.
Just
or something.
God,
15 more
just don't
years.
let him put the tally on the board.
Dude,
No,
That's a
after-
kiss of death.
after
What a
I saw-
great call from you.
After I saw what happens at a radio station on your 60th birthday, I think I'd like to experience
That
it.
was one in a lifetime.
I don't see you getting there.
I need an 11-year extension. I need an 11-year extension,
Oh, my
and
God.
I want to try it too. Who the hell's going to call then?
God, the world
Brock
stopped that
Purdy's
day.
going to call, right? I mean,
After 4 Super Bowl titles and a
That's
couple
right.
MVPs.
That's right.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. It's time for What's Bugging You. Got spiders? Atco Pest Control is here to help. They specialize in eradicating those 8-legged intruders with precision and care. Don't let spiders take over. Go to atcopestcontrol.com and reclaim your space. Who wants to start?
I'll start because you're not going to like it.
Oh,
and nobody's going to like it.
Is this political again?
Okay. Yes, it is.
Okay, I knew it.
And, you know,
I love
when it comes to politics, I'm fair and balanced.
Bill Maher.
And you know what the problem is, Steiny? It's San Francisco bleeding heart liberals allowing the pollution that is the Blue Angels and Fleet Week. So we all want to talk about global warming, but then we're going to open up our arms for 3 days of jet fuel in the sky. You don't get to do both. If you're going to be anti-global warming, you don't get to be welcoming to Fleet Week.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
Pick a side, Democrats.
Well, good news for you this week. I hear the Blue Angels will be up there, but no one will be able to see them. It's going to be a little fog.
No.
Wow.
Looks pretty good so far.
Watch out for those
It's only Friday.
towers on the Golden Gate.
Wake me when they fuel with methane. CH4. You're welcome. Go ahead. That's all.
Goo?
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
Talking about gas.
Yeah, I'm understand. I got that part.
CH4.
Yeah.
So I told Steiny after our fabulous night last night, I was at a local high school at Berkeley, 6:30 this morning, was invited, one of my friends, early over 50.
At Berkeley High?
Yeah, I didn't say what high school.
St. Mary's at Berkeley,
12
go
of
ahead.
us, and everybody was over 50, full court. And I hit a home run at the company softball game, so I am proud of my athletic prowess at 50, because I'm early 50, okay? So I got taken to the cleaners by a guy that was 58 years old.
Oh, geez.
He Adrian Dantley me. He did it all.
Big booty?
No,
In
no
the
big
post?
booty. He's like Willard. And I said to him, he said, young man, he called me young man.
Wow.
You're strong. And he asked, I said, I'm 237. He said, you need to be 219. And I said to now I've been going to the gym, but you got to have some meat on the bones. Anyway, I'm looking at him, Slim Goody, like he was strong. I felt it, and he's balling, told me I needed to be at 219. And I said, you know what, driving in, forget soda. What can you do for me for abundant life? Because I'm trying to lose, I mean this, y'all, 18 to 20. I want to get to 219.
Yeah. I can pass the baton and we can get you on board because most people experience a weight loss of 20 to 30 pounds in the first month or two.
Yeah.
And he's not even reading right now, folks.
No.
Yeah, give me.
He did that for memory.
Did Baby
Yeah.
Shaq
Yeah.
or Snoop.
Dude, I dropped 25 in about 8 weeks, and I've been able to keep it off.
So
thanks to
what do
Abundant
you got
Life.
to eat, or what don't you eat?
I'll tell you
Okay,
offline.
all right,
I don't
all
want to
right.
give it away for free.
All right,
but
Abundant Life. I swear, I said soda is gonna.
Mark actually has a great diet for people.
You got metabolism.
Forget him.
I just dropped between 15 to 20 myself.
Come on.
No joke. From the beginning of summer till now, I'm down about 15, 20 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you've always been.
I use the Elm diet.
Toothpick. Yeah. So
The Elm diet.
The Elm diet.
ELMM.
ELMM.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Eat less, move more.
Well, I'm hooping and going to the gym.
Listen.
All right, but I hear you.
That's my
You ain't
diet.
saying that, Goo.
Yeah.
Eat
I'll
less,
just
move
tell
more.
you.
There you go.
Abundant Life
That's
weight
from,
loss.
and I'll give you that
Okay,
for free.
Yeah, there
I'll
you
give
go.
that
I'll
for
get
free.
you on board.
Yeah. Elm.com.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
go there. Nothing happens.
58.
You'll
It
end
took
up
me
at
to the
GoDaddy.
cleaners.
Man.
I guess
Yeah.
what's bugging me is old guys that can't pack it in. It's time, Goo. It's absolutely time.
I just hit a
Okay,
home run at the company softball
listen,
game. It's not time. I'm lifting weights.
Pack it in already. Listen, I'm not telling you not to exercise.
Okay.
I'm not telling you not to play basketball. I'm not telling you to not hit a home run at the company softball game. What I'm telling you is not to talk about it. It's unflattering. Nobody wants to hear it. And it's quite frankly self-important. And we don't do that here.
You talk about your golf game all the time.
No, I don't.
Please.
No, I don't.
Anyway,
Pack it in.
it's my life, and I'm going to
Pack
do
it in.
Nope.
That's what's
Because I
bugging
got to
me.
be honest, Willard and Dibs, nobody cares, Steiny. If I didn't play,
You had one
I couldn't
already.
watch. I'm still that kid at heart when I see the Warriors about to start. Or something. Let's go run, son. Yeah, I might not be the best anymore, Willard, but I'm running up and down.
I like hearing about your athletic exploits.
Me too.
Willard
Thank
trying
you,
to
my
stick.
guys.
Oh, you know what?
I enjoy.
This Ebony Scrooge.
They make fun of you behind your back.
No, I
That's
enjoy.
okay.
I enjoy the fact that you and I once upon a time were on the floor at Chase Center, and I thought that we were just hanging out, and you decided to do a turnaround fall away.
Hey.
And you've carried it for 2 years.
Listen.
I love that.
The
I love
boss
that
and
about
I
you.
have something going. If he sends me something or something in my life is going my way, I send him that video clip because he's like, when are you going to delete it?
I don't want to take that
That's
from
when
you.
I'm feeling good.
I don't want to take that from you.
You had D on me too, Will.
Every time, I'll still be on social media today, and people will search different things, and names come up, and then poof, on 95.7 the game, and then there it is.
Oh, yeah.
There's Guru.
Dude, he stuck it in your eye. Well, here's
got
another
served.
thing. I played one-on-one against Low Neal, and over 30 minutes, I got beat 11-5.
You were balling.
Yes, but I got, one shot, cry me a
One
river,
shot.
second reference.
Look
I
at
went out there for
Steiny.
30 minutes and got browbeaten by a fullback.
It is a good point. You're celebrating that hoop, and it's like the old NFL overtime rules. I didn't even get my chance
That's a good
to
point.
tie the game back up.
And there was somebody said, ooh, okay, good. I'm like, yeah.
That was it. Then we just went to the restroom.
And I can't
That was
wait
it.
for the announcement of the second annual knockout tournament.
Oh,
where
wow.
Mark Grandy
Grandy's gotta
and
put his-
Steiny going to be in it.
Grandy, maybe what's bugging me, part two, is the fact that you haven't taken the trophy home. Dude, you're only
That's
highlight
purposeful,
of your
so
life.
you guys all have to see it every day.
Well,
Right next to the Clorox wipes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If I
'Cause
would
he
recommend
cleans your
that
clock.
Steiny, you in
you
it
should
this
take
year,
that
bud.
trophy home today
Okay.
because come
It's
Monday
free
that
throws.
trophy won't be there. That I can guarantee.
Yeah.
Willard?
Try it. You won't.
Well,
Okay.
mine's going to be super just a stock answer. That's
fine.
I'm just
I don't remember yours from a
No,
month ago.
I'm so I'm so bugged by what happened on Amazon last night. I don't
man.
I know we already touched on this for a second, but this would be akin to getting on an airplane and then telling you, as it turns out, we're going to drive there in the airplane.
man.
We're not going to fly to Boston. We're just going to drive in the plane. This level of technology, that has to be impossible. How can you have this amount of money driving a product? You're able to send teams to London every week. You have the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9 number television shows.
48 of 50 last year.
What? How can that happen?
It makes you feel like somebody had something on Seattle. Why?
If something like that were to break down, why could someone just not walk over to the refs with an iPad? Look.
In New York, yeah.
And how did he get out
Or
for
on the
Michaels
field.
and Herb Street to say they didn't have access? How did that get out?
And
gosh.
I give Kyle and every other Niners official credit
They couldn't have kept
for
playing.
not undressing people. That in that moment, that could have been
No
the
doubt,
game.
man.
That could have been the game. It was a 6-point game, and you're talking about a red zone possession.
New York didn't have access.
What?
To the
I mean,
I couldn't believe it, man.
that is just wild. That's the wildest thing I've seen in the NFL this year.
See, I discredit Kyle for not losing it over that because
but-
once word comes down that this actually happened, you got to bring the ref over
Wow,
and you
To
got to let
who?
them know.
Yeah, but see, you
You
even
got to pull out your phone and be like, look, dog.
I know, but they don't
I
have
got Amazon.
I don't even know if they've got do they have standing to do that?
No, but they need to hear about it. They need to hear in real time as opposed to, well, we feel like New York should know and stuff, and they didn't know it, and so we feel a little disappointed. and
They
stuff.
acknowledged the mistake.
Who has?
The NFL. According to Jim Mole,
What are they going to do about it?
they acknowledged.
But what are you going to do about it?
Acknowledge.
Are you going
So
to
it doesn't
put in-
happen again in the future.
Right.
Yeah, no, they acknowledged.
it.
See
Yeah.
this. Too.
Okay.
They acknowledged. And
Accountability.
you know where they did it?
Yeah.
Not quite here.
Hold on before you go.
I'm out.
I got to give him the Scott
Your
Osler
bag's
nugget.
not even on your shoulder
Scott
yet.
Osler, I grew up reading the Chronicle.
This guy.
Used to have a segment or a piece in this paper called "Things I
Deep
Jotted
Thoughts,
Down
Cheap Shots,
on my
and Bone
8.5
Mots.
by 11." He had that too. And Evan called him because he said, "I don't remember that, Goo, you're wrong." And he said, "I had that. I don't know if you remember that. Things I jotted down on my 8.5 by 11."
That's
This
too
is
long for a
1990.
headline.
Oh, Willard remembers it.
And Scott got called out on Thursday Night Football last night
Hey,
by Al Michaels.
I brought it up.
Yeah.
Scott's having a really good run.
You're right.
He's having a great 24 hours.
Foster City
I gotta
meets
go.
the Union City.
I'm still right.
$3
on 95.7 The Game.
Stop.